Hear that water drop?
Welcome to the podcast that talks about the questions and all. Oh my God. Y'all have me fucked up on that. Welcome to the podcast that talks about the questions and only about the questions because
We're all about the questions.
Yes, sir. Ski.
Yes, sir.
How y'all doing today?
I'm doing all right.
Yeah.
I'm blessed. You know, is it, what day? It's Sunday?
Today's
Sunday, yeah.
Y'all go to church?
Yes.
I did. I mean, like, you know, online. Yeah, service. But you know,
It was a good service.
Yeah.
It was a good service.
Father's Day service. Yo, happy Father's Day to all the dads out
that's
there.
right.
Yeah, happy Father's Day, man.
Yeah, it's Father's Day week.
Like half of y'all shorties out here, they never wish me happy
Oh
Father's
my
Day.
God. Oh my God.
I'm playing.
I mean,
Mr. B. Yo, 5% to my left, please introduce yourself.
well, you know, slighted that last comment. The man them do call me Mr. Beeches. But the gal them, they call me Quay.
Yeah.
But sometimes they call me Q Baby.
Q baby.
What's up with
Q
it?
baby.
My man to my right, what about you?
You know who it is. You do?
No.
Never seen this guy before.
Who are you, buddy?
Never seen this.
Well, let me
Buddy guy?
introduce myself.
Yeah.
Okay. They call me Demarcus.
Oh, Demarcus. Hey, nice.
Hi, Demarcus.
R&B king.
Shit. Yes, sir.
That's what I'm about.
Yes, sir.
And you already know who it is. It's your boy Glue on the far right here, chilling, chillaxing, doing his
Vibing.
thing, vibing.
Oh, yeah.
Positively.
Just chilling, killing. I love
Chilling,
that.
killing,
I love
skilling. Because I'm a villain.
that. Okay.
All right.
Vibes only.
Oh, wow.
So a note for you.
Let me tell these guys what they need to do, okay? I mean, maybe not after that, but now turn your volumes up real high.
Mm-hmm.
Turn your ambitions down real low, okay? And get ready to listen to our soothing voices for approximately 60 minutes.
Yes, sir.
On a button.
Yeah. We end right around there.
Right around there.
The button's big. It's a big button.
Give or take 5 minutes
Yes,
sometimes.
it's a big button. So it might hit the top of the button, hit the bottom of the button, but it's a button regardless.
That was a lot of work.
I don't know what you said.
I have no idea what he just said. Mr. Beeches, please start with your segment, sir.
All right, well, let me introduce everyone to their favorite segment, and that is the what word of the day. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to your word of the day, and today's word of the day is I said the same shit twice in a row. Didn't even fix it up. Benevolent.
Benevolent. Oh, okay, cool.
Okay.
Bad.
Apologize for that. And that is characterized by or expressing goodwill or kind feelings. I was doing it because it was like, you know, like when in horror movies they say like the ghost is like a benevolent spirit.
Yeah.
Or malevolent, whatever the other is. That's the opposite.
Malevolent be bad.
It's
Almost
bad.
like malicious.
Yeah, it just means that that'll hurt you. Like it's an abuser type, but it won't hurt you.
I've heard those words before.
I've heard
Yeah.
malevolent.
Yeah, so I just want to clear the air for
Y'all can't
everybody.
even pronounce the
Dude,
damn
we're
word.
just. I didn't say it again after I hit it the first time.
Hit it the one time.
Yeah, I was like that.
That's it.
Let it go.
Well, next up, we got the lyric of the week,
Yes, we do.
and this week we got it off a track by Mahalia.
Oh, nice.
Track is called "What You Did,"
Okay.
and in the track she says,
Quote,
"Because I would not expect someone to stay around if I let them down."
unquote.
Oh,
I like
that sounds really nice. That's a nice one.
It
That's a bar.
sounds so simple.
Yeah.
Like that's what you can expect. You know, if
Yeah.
you keep, just letting somebody down, like you can't be shocked when they decide to slide.
No, 100%. 100%.
You should
Simple.
probably see it coming.
You know, that was a nice lyric, man. You came nice today. Like
Yeah, I
nice.
did.
You came nice. Like the other ones
Past
are
couple
nice.
weeks,
Yeah.
I didn't.
Yeah, they nice
A little
though. You
something.
know, yeah, they nice. You came nice
This
today.
was nice, PG. It was
Yeah,
nice.
that was good. It was G even.
Guys, welcome to the dad joke of the week.
Boo. I'm never supporting it.
Okay, whatever. I really don't care.
Past 3-4 weeks or something, he's been coming. He's been banging.
Yeah,
Bang
Each
it,
one's
bro.
just.
yeah.
after
They
hit.
hitting. They've been
Bang it,
hitting. They've been
bro.
hitting.
What you got for us this week?
All right, guys. Look at my feet. Look at my feet.
Kind of ashy. Sorry, go ahead. Cracked up.
Now you can't be a winner because you've seen defeat.
I hate that he made me do that shit first
Like-
to set that up.
You seen the feet?
Yeah, look at the feet.
Your
Yeah,
crusty. Yeah, put your toes away.
yeah.
First
Honestly,
of all,
look at him curl
Yeah,
those
curl them
in.
back up. Why
Jesus
don't you have socks
Christ.
on? That's what I want to know.
Honestly,
This is not Rose Landon about his feet right now.
I don't
Podcast,
get it.
right?
look at this guy.
What are those?
Why you guys taking away my dad joke? Take it away from it.
This guy's
how
fit
we
is
felt about it.
crazy,
That
bro.
was good. If y'all didn't understand it, I said, look at my feet. Now that you looked at my feet, like now you guys,
you ain't really got to explain it. Like,
Gray shirt.
They can hear rewind right quick if they missed it.
Black joggers and no socks. That's how you feeling today, huh?
I'm coming correct.
The Apple
Fit
Watch.
it up.
On. Yeah, this guy is.
I'm ready for a jog.
That's money. That's man's money.
Nah, don't do that. Don't do that.
What we got on the docket this week, Glue?
Peoples, we have today on the docket. The topic is confrontation.
Confrontation.
It's when you square up.
Yes.
Physical
Boxing?
Physical only. Eh?
Yeah.
Okay. So there's different forms of confrontation?
There are different. Oh, wow. Look at you. Deep diving.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I didn't even know I did that.
Damn.
Thanks.
Hey, nice, dude.
Does anyone know the definition off the top of their head of confrontation?
I think, isn't it like coming, like you have a problem with somebody? Or there's an issue at hand and it needs resolving.
I'll take that.
I would
I'll
say
take
that's
that.
what-
I'm not
cool
going to
with
fact
that.
check it, but I'll take it.
Yeah. I'm cool with
It doesn't have to be a negative issue. It's just, you know.
True.
Just a disagreement. Just
Yeah.
a disagreement.
Off that,
Mhm.
do y'all know your confrontation styles?
There's confrontation styles?
Like how you deal with confrontation?
I mean, like,
you don't like,
no, I'm not that type of
Confrontation?
person.
Okay.
I'm not that type of person. I fuck with confrontation.
you fuck with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you have an issue, confront me. We'll deal with it at that
Hash it
point.
out.
Yeah.
What about you?
You better just get over that shit.
What?
You better just get over that shit.
Oh, you just not even talking.
Don't even come to me. I'm just kidding.
Okay, yeah.
No, I don't dodge confrontation. Like, I'll handle it. Some things need to be handled. We'll handle it for sure. I'd rather just talk it out, but sometimes I think I just react bad to certain situations.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's confrontation that I don't know, maybe I don't like the topic,
Yeah.
I'll just react negatively.
Would it be like a defensive reaction?
Yeah, it'd be
Typically?
Yeah, maybe defensive.
Okay.
I would say, I might get defensive, might close up a little bit. For relationship confrontation
Okay.
specifically.
Okay.
What about you, Demarcus?
Me personally?
Yeah.
In terms of like relationship confrontation,
Mm-hmm.
I don't shy away. I definitely don't shy away from it. I'm in there. But
We know that.
We know that.
Yeah, we know that.
I think I'm the type that like will say certain things. There'll be like subtle little jabs. I might have been feeling things for a while, hadn't formulated an opinion on them, and while we in confrontation, I was like, well, your feet are small.
Oh wow,
some shit like
Just
that.
poking,
You're poking the
fire.
bear.
Yeah,
Yeah,
poking
why?
fire.
Yeah. That's your type of
Sparking.
Well,
shit, just
if I feel
sparking it.
attacked and I feel I gotta protect myself, I'm like, well, take that.
Huh? So you're just trying to like instigate a bigger fight.
Yeah, I don't know what. You instigate.
See, it all
like,
depends on, on how early the competition is. Because I think for me, I have a cycle.
Okay.
At first, like it depends on who's at fault, or like what the trigger is.
Okay.
Yeah.
But if I'm not at fault and a confrontation has occurred, first of all, I'm getting angry.
Really?
Yeah, I'm getting angry and
Popping off. Huh?
yeah, I might raise my voice, a few levels.
But you're not yelling it, right?
No, not
Stern. Just
yeah.
Stern.
I'm more of like a scolder.
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't
you
know.
almost make you feel like you're a disobedient
Yeah.
little child.
Oh
I'm one of those. Yeah. Out here chastising you and shit. You did this wrong, all right? Now I'm taking away your toys.
You just gotta. So and this is, I'm not trying to attack you. Do you have a fear of being emasculated?
Oh wow. Ooh wow.
I think so.
You think so?
I think so. There's
I'd
certain things that like you'll do, and to you might not seem like a big deal, but like
Yeah.
as a female, but to me, I feel like, oh, you're attacking.
Like
my mas-
subconsciously,
Yeah.
you're just like, oh fuck this.
Yeah.
I got
like if you were to
Yeah.
yell at me or some shit, I'd be like, who you talking to? You talking to me like that?
yeah.
Yeah, I don't like. I don't like being
Okay.
like
What about you,
that.
Q baby?
Do I feel like afraid to be emasculated? I just laugh. I think I have a problem with that. Like I can't. Like sometimes I can't take shit seriously.
Yeah.
So if they mad and they saying things that should like make me feel like I'm upset about you saying shit like that, I was like, dude, shut the fuck up.
Y'all are toxic.
That's sick.
Y'all are
Yeah,
toxic.
You know what I'm saying?
Somebody mad as hell trying to vent.
started
You over here, like
That's when shit gets physical. I swear to God.
I would lose it. I'm over here yelling at the vein in my forehead,
Yeah,
and you out
yeah.
here snickering.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's why people say I have a hard time like hiding my facial emotions because like they'll be mad as hell, like just ripping it, and I'm like, dude, I can't laugh right now, and I'll be sitting there like this. I'll be like, why you mad? Just smiling and shit. They'd be like, why the fuck are you smiling? And I'm like, 'cause you sound stupid. Fuck you mean?
Oh, man.
No, y'all are talking. So okay, so if you guys are defensive, right?
Yeah.
Since you guys are,
Yeah.
do you guys find like you guys are active listeners or passive listeners? And the difference between those two is an active listener will like wait until the end of an argument and hear everything that person has to say or conversation and hear everything that person has to say, and then will respond based off of the lump sum of information they have. Or are you a passive person where you're like, I heard one thing that's triggering and I have a defense in my head right off the bat? And I feel like that's what you guys are.
Nope, that's where you're wrong.
No, I don't think so.
Because I've learned that is so annoying.
What, the passive
being
listener?
passive.
Yeah, the ones that you gon' I'll write a damn novel, or
Yeah.
I'll give you a goddamn
Shakespeare
full on
play.
script,
Like, yeah.
and I'm gonna say one thing in there that you don't really fuck with, and then that's what you attack.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting here and be like, why did I just waste all those words explaining everything I did just for you to take that one little bit?
And attack you with it.
Why?
You looked right at the camera
Yeah.
there. Okay. That's
That
fair.
should be
Yeah, that should be,
you know?
I was gonna say he paused, and
Yeah,
I was like,
it's
"Why is
fair.
he pausing?"
No, that's fair.
But it's funny enough, like a lot of my family members do that.
Like
Passive.
passive.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. I think my mom does that. Nah, not she doesn't do it. My dad does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Shout out, Dad.
All right.
Happy Father's
Happy
Day.
Father's Day. Pick the right day to call him on.
You'll say all this shit, and he'll just like,
Just one little.
this is disrespectful.
Yeah.
And this is what I'm upset about. And I'm like, okay, well,
You didn't even hear everything
yeah.
else? Yeah, I
man.
feel that.
What about you?
I would say that like I'm not I'm passive to the point where it's like you say something that I don't like, I'll just use that as my main focus, but I'm addressing everything that you're talking about. Like, you know what I mean? So if I got disrespected by something you said, like I'm gonna wait until you're done finished talking. I won't jump in, I'll wait. But then when I'm talking, I'm gonna address that thing first. And then everything else, I'll start. So maybe if it's like a 10-minute conversation, spend like 6 minutes on that main thing, and then the rest 4 minutes we could talk about all that other shit that you're mad about, like that sort of situation.
Wait, okay.
Before you give your
Go ahead.
I was gonna say that like back to that spectrum of like the way I deal with confrontation. Like at first,
Yeah.
if I'm being defensive, I'm a passive listener at that point.
Okay.
And so you'll be talking, and every time you say something that triggers me, I'll interrupt you.
Okay.
And I'm like, nope, well, you can't do blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
Shut that one down.
Yeah,
you come up with the next one. I'm like,
yeah,
nope, you can't.
Yeah.
So you don't even get the feel.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm learning that that's
there it
not
is.
okay.
Not good.
Yeah.
And so it's a lot, healthier
Yeah.
if you actually just quiet and you let them get it all out.
And then you start addressing
respond.
things. Of course.
But I think where I'm at now is like, I'll let you get it all out. And then like, I'll just disregard everything and say whatever. I remember all the shit I was saying before, and I'll just give it all
Well,
to you lump sum.
I feel with that point, like it's like for me as well, if it's just a, discussion that we're having, then I'll listen to everything. But if we're actually having an argument and you're saying shit that I don't like, I'll jump in. Nope. No, not true.
Yeah.
It's not at all how it happened. And they'll keep going. No, I didn't fucking say that. Never did, you know what I mean? So that's where I'll get it.
And then by the time when we finally get to the point where I'm calm and like the anger has subsided, that's when I become an active listener.
Yeah.
When I let you,
Then we have a discussion.
Get it all out. You probably have to run it back how you felt from the jump. Give it to me again, but now you're talking to a different person, a more calm person. And so now I'll listen, and then I'll what's the word? I'll just like empathize with you.
Oh, yeah,
what you're
empathize.
saying,
That's
right?
fair.
And once I've done that and made you validated validated
Validity?
the way
That's what
you
you're looking
feel.
for, right? Yeah. Sorry.
Once I've validated the way you feel, then I'll like respond with the way I feel.
Okay.
And by that point in time, typically like once I'm then responding how I feel and I've listened to you, you were then apologizing for the way you made me feel.
Yo, you were
And
the
then-
worst type of
Wait. And then I'll apologize for the way I made you feel.
But-
and that's how we resolve.
But like, after you talk, let's say she doesn't apologize though, then it's,
Then I'm not done talking.
you're not, yeah. Okay.
You haven't caught the point yet. Because the point is you are in the wrong.
Are you ever in the wrong?
Seldomly. I'm very rarely in the wrong.
Yo, that's
You're
fair.
just a perfect guy. You're just a perfect person.
No, it's funny enough. I'm reading a book right now. And I think the title is
Okay, talk about tweet. You're reading a book, but you think it's about something.
No, I think it's titled.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it's titled.
How many times have you touched the book then? if we're talking,
I read it for like 3 days. 3 consecutive days.
You finished the book?
so
we ain't done yet. I'm still learning.
You
It's like
took
one of those-
enough to wait to tell us about it. You can't remember the name though.
3 days.
I haven't even finished. Yo, I had it.
That's fair. You know what? That's fair. You got to give the man a benefit of the doubt.
Thank you.
He's just opening the book right away.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
I haven't even said the title. Give me a
That's
sec.
what's up. Yeah,
Go ahead. Say the
It's-
title, please. Let the people know.
The Men Who Hate Women and the Women Who Love Them. All right, deals with misogyny.
How did you get this book?
My sister.
Okay, there it is. Okay,
She was like, I think you should read
No,
this.
that's
And I was like, what are you trying to say?
no. See, that's good because I was more worried that he went to the bookstore
No.
and that title popped out to him. So I'm happy he was a
related?
gift.
You
Yeah,
related
you know what I'm
with it?
saying? He's like, oh shit.
No. It's more so for me to get a better understanding of misogynistic traits and
With
misogynistic
That's good shit.
relationships.
Yeah. Just educating on the side. That's
literally,
what's up.
I'm down to learn.
Yeah.
I'm self-aware enough to. I might be talking shit.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I know what I'm saying.
Deep down, he
Also,
did.
2 things though. Like everybody always talks about toxic men and toxic masculinity. What about toxic women and toxic femininity? Like, that's a thing.
No, it's because it's a double standard.
Okay.
We are the toxic ones, and they're the perfect ones.
Okay.
At least that's what society wants us to think.
Well, I always want to answer the question as well.
There.
I
give you a chance to answer.
Yeah, word. Yeah.
I'm an active listener.
Of course.
I'm serious.
No, I said of course.
Because what else would he have, right?
No, he's got no bad traits about him. This guy's fucking he's the nice guy.
No, he's the nicest,
He lets
nicest dude on the planet, bro.
you gonna piss him off.
Yeah.
And he gonna apologize to you for
and he's
getting
gonna,
mad.
He's gonna active listen to you.
Yeah.
So you'll be
Yeah.
sitting there, you're a fucking blah, blah, blah. And he's just,
Yeah, you're probably right.
No, you
Like,
got it.
yeah.
You might have a
You
point.
might be honest, son. I can see from your perspective. You're coming, man.
Just shitting on him. You know what?
So we're back on this again.
You're straight taking it.
Why don't y'all like me?
It's not.
No, what do you mean? It goes everywhere.
It's not even like we don't like. It's just like we know who you are at this point.
It goes all the
listen.
way. It goes all around,
not-
buddy.
We're gonna fight.
One of these days,
Sell tickets. We're gonna have a
get
fight.
it on pay-per-views.
Celebrity boxing match.
Yeah.
Yo.
But nah, tell us.
No, yeah, no, I'm an active listener. Like even if you're giving me shit, and if I'm not in the wrong, I'll let you finish what you gotta say.
Of course.
Well, I'm
Talk
good.
your lungs off,
I'm
bro.
good,
Yeah,
bro.
of
I'll sit there
course.
for like an hour quiet.
Yeah.
I'm not about to say a word. You done?
Word.
Okay, cool. I'll speak what I have to say, and either it's gonna be good or bad. You know, you think it sounds stupid or not?
Do you typically resolve confrontation? Like going about it that way, do your confrontations typically get resolved quickly?
Very quickly. I think like a lot of people like I've been in some confrontations with women, and usually I'll be in the wrong for something that I did or something I didn't do, and then like they're getting angry, and I'm just sitting there and I'm like, you deserve to be angry because yes, I should have did it, and they never want to hear that. Like they never want to hear that. Like y'all never want to hear that.
They hear that. I agree. Yeah.
Right?
Like I too would be upset if that happened to me. So I
Yeah,
understand why.
I understand
you feel
why
the way
you're
you
mad.
feel.
Yeah, they never want that.
But then they're like, I'm like,
You can never.
Well,
be
if you know how it would
cordial,
feel, then
right?
why did you
like,
do
why'd
it?
you do
Yeah.
it? I'm like, I'm acknowledging that yes,
That I fucked up. Yeah.
And like, yeah, I understand why you're mad and you're totally in the right to be mad, but I'm not gonna fight you on this, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it.
That's where I'm sitting all the time. Like I was like, that's why I think a lot of my arguments are unresolved though.
Okay.
Really?
Because like we get a little heated. No, it doesn't get heated, but it gets a little heated or whatever. And then I'm just, I'm jumping in. They're defensive. I'm defensive. So then like by the end of it, we kind of just come to the point where it's just like, oh, this is a dumb conversation. Why we didn't have it? The next week, this shit finna come up again.
Exactly. I was just gonna say
Yeah.
that like there's a difference between making up
Yeah.
and resolving.
Yeah, exactly.
Right?
For sure.
If you were to make up, y'all like it's almost like the act of
Just putting it on the
putting
rug.
it away or having it be done.
Yeah.
Whereas resolving is getting to the root cause of the issue.
Yeah.
And then, working together to reach, a compromise in which you are both happy.
Yeah. Yep. I like that. Yeah.
Just a quick question before we hit this break.
Okay.
Do you guys find like you are a confrontational person or like you like confrontation? Like, do you like confrontation? Like, I personally don't mind confrontation.
I don't like it. Like I rather not, get into an argument. I think it tires me out. So if I'm getting like for having like a back and forth. So I'm just kind of like, man, I don't even want to do this. Like, you know what I mean? So I don't love confrontation. I'd rather I didn't have to get into it. I understand that there's things that are going to come up though that we need to discuss. So I'm down to discuss that. But like, if that didn't need to happen, then I would prefer that.
That's right.
First of all, I think confrontation is necessary.
I think so.
Right?
I think so as well.
you have to create a space where you can both express the way you feel.
Yeah.
But what was your question?
Like that was my question. Like because a lot of people are like, yo, I'm not a confrontational person.
Okay.
And
so
that's
if I'm wondering if I'm confrontational.
Are you confrontational?
Are you confrontational? Or are you not confrontational?
Yeah, I've come to accept that I may have, a certain liking for drama. And so by admitting that,
it only gets more toxic from here.
I'm saying
only going down.
Yeah.
By admitting that, I'm saying that, I almost not thrive off confrontation, but it happens a lot.
Okay. So you roll with it. You roll with the punches for confrontation.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm right there with you.
Yeah.
Like we gonna do this.
Yeah. There's no backseat for you.
No, I ain't backing down.
You're driving.
Nothing.
You're both trying to grab that steering wheel.
I like that.
Like trying to grab the steering wheel.
Yeah, like try and grab for it, bro. Because you know why? After
I got us.
She don't even have a license.
You don't need one. You don't need one. I got us. I'm driving the boat.
Yeah.
I just like I like enjoying resolving confrontation because that usually leads to amazing makeup sex. So that is like a key thing for confrontation.
Anyways, resolving confrontation.
Yeah. I guess we're going.
Why y'all so awkward when it comes to things like that?
What? Like
you're so
what?
brash.
Yeah.
About it,
like it didn't need because it didn't need to go there.
But that's how I'm thinking. This is a podcast. We talk about how we feeling.
Okay, but like
right,
you're the only one that was like, yeah, let me think about my here while I'm talking about confrontation.
All right. No.
On that, we're gonna take
No, we're not doing that. Come on, roll it back.
No, we're taking.
Chill out now.
We're taking a break.
That'll be a bleep for sure.
And we are back. I am sorry for that craziness. I got shit on during the break.
Good, you deserved it.
But sorry, Demarcus, sorry for cutting you off. Go ahead.
It's okay.
Continue.
I think I was talking about like the difference between making up and like resolving. I feel like when you make up, that same fight can happen again, like a week later, a month later, it could happen again. Whereas if you resolve something, like it's actually like done and you guys are both at peace with, the resolution. Cause like it's tough when you was like, if one person thinks that shit is resolved and then the next day you still got like let's say y'all have a talk and y'all, think you resolved it, but then you wake up the next morning and you still got some shit on your chest. You can't crucify the person for wanting to get that off their chest.
Yeah,
you can't do that because that's your partner. That's who you're with.
Yeah.
They got something on their mind. Like you got to create a space where they can feel free to share that. Because if you don't share it, then you put it under the rug. That's where, you get that buildup.
Yeah.
And these little things that you keep putting under the rug, and slowly and surely you begin to build resentment.
Yeah, resentment freaking occurs.
Go on.
No, I like resolving fights.
Yeah.
I like knowing that, okay, like
We're good.
we're at an understanding now and this won't happen again.
Yeah.
But if we've resolved it and the shit is still happening, that's when I'm like, all right, like you might not be at the point where,
you're ready to move on.
you're ready to move on.
Yeah.
You're ready to make actual changes.
Yeah.
Because for us to resolve, you must have said some shit to have me, calm down and me, accept the situation at hand.
Yeah.
But if you still, she got me tight.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
My thing
actually
was
starting
to heat up a little bit.
I'm sweating right now.
I was gonna say because like I think it depends on what you guys are trying to resolve. I think if it's like an issue that's very easy to resolve, then it becomes easy to figure that out. But I think if it's something that a person like a personality trait or something like that,
Okay,
like that might be a little bit different, or like a relationship issue.
Do y'all have zones? I put those in zones
What's
in my head.
What's that?
So like those ones, like things that are like, going to be like a big fight. That's a red zone. All those sort of like at the end of it, if we don't resolve it, it's a breakup. That's red zone shit. Okay. It's a bunch of yellow zone shit that I'm like, I'm still not happy with this, and I might grit my teeth or might start a fight later, but it's not going to lead to a breakup. Okay. Right. And then green zone's just like, quick fixes, such easy fixes that they could have been said in the moment.
So like a yellow zone would be like, hey, all right, she went through your phone, found some shit that ain't really that deep, it ain't that bad. It's just some shit.
Yeah.
Y'all pressed about it, y'all talk about it, whatever.
Yeah.
But then the red zone would be the fact that she felt the need to go through your phone. Yeah. And the lack and what that means in terms of like the lack of trust there.
Yeah.
Or less like lack of trust in your word or what she might have asked certain questions before and you've answered them and she's not, content with those answers. So she feels a need to go through your shit.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's like a red zone.
I like how you zone them though, because red zones are like,
it's just prioritizing them.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and you have like a potential to break up. Yeah. That's like a thing you really, really need to work on.
Oh, for sure.
Right.
And sorry, I was gonna say that's what I meant by like my earlier part when I said am I an active or a passive listener. I'm passive in like green zones. So So like if it like say you have you tell me a massive like an essay on a text, just massive text. And I'm picking certain things out. I'm like, oh, that might be red zone. Should handle that. That's green. That can be handled later or whatever. You know what I mean? Okay. So it's like there's certain things that I know are more serious that we need to discuss, need to handle because I don't want it to lead to a breakup. There's stuff that you could have literally told me while I was doing it. Like, hey, like say I'm like playing video games. You know what I mean? I'm on the phone with her and I'm playing video games. Like, and then she could have been like in the moment, hey, like I just want you to stop playing video games and listen. That's green zone. Mm-hmm. I'd be like, all right, cool, hop off the sticks. Mm-hmm. But it's like if you held on to that later on, it starts to develop into a different problem.
That's fair. I like that. I never thought about zoning it that way. I always like thought about like what's more of a priority. Yeah, but I've never like zoned it.
That's what I heard about that recently. More just like, okay, if you're all fighting, and when you fight, okay, so if you're fighting and certain things are like the initial fight happens. But then when y'all actually get to like the talking and the arguing, a whole bunch of other shit come up.
Yeah.
At that point, if you're still trying to stay in that relationship and you're not trying to like dip out on the relationship or your friendship or whatever.
Yep.
You then got to prioritize. Okay, so what's most important for us like to work on?
Yeah.
This other shit, it's fucked up. Yeah, it's annoying. Yeah, whatever. But like this is what needs to be really resolved.
That's almost in the zone of deflection too.
Yeah.
That right there doing that. Like if you say like I present a major problem and then you start to bounce it around to like, oh no, but this. And you know what I mean? And it's like that root of the problem was red zone, but you're bringing up a bunch of green shit.
To like, almost cloud judgments.
Yeah, and like make yourself feel like you're not in that much of like in a problem scenario. And in fact, adding more problems into it does not still change the first problem that happened. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's deflection.
If you don't know whether or not something's been resolved, just look for those fundamental issues to come up in further arguments.
Like
So if they're still popping up, then it hasn't been resolved.
Yeah.
Because for it to be resolved, it's almost as if you've forgiven and forgotten.
Yeah.
Right? If it's still being brought up and like if it's still being brought up or the idea is still not like resolved, then the entire issue itself hasn't been resolved.
Oh, for sure.
But if every time you have a new an argument and it's new, then like that's just relationships. That's just
how do you feel about that, Glue?
I was gonna just ask about like deflection. Like, when you're in an argument with somebody and like they're deflecting, where you're like, yo, I know you did this, like, no, I didn't do that, or no, I don't do that.
Yeah, like that's straight up denial, like denial or deflection.
That's just so annoying.
Deflection, but like, do you like deflection, not denial?
Okay,
like deflection.
Okay. Yeah,
and like, do you continue arguing with that person?
I do.
Do you?
I take it upon myself to make you see or make you like accept your behavior.
Yeah, I will even if you're deflecting to other things, I'm bringing it right back. Mm. You know what I mean? Like I'll say if I'm saying this is the problem and you're bringing up this, I'm like no, this is the problem and this is gonna keep coming up. We're not talking about these. We're talking about this right now. Mm. So we'll handle this first, and then we can talk about those things. Okay.
I was gonna say because like in a relationship, I would probably do the same thing.
Yeah,
but I think in a friendship,
you just give up on it.
It's easier for you to just be like,
fuck this, right? Yeah. It's very true. That's very true.
Which is also not good though, because some people do that with relationships and then they get distant and they never really like
reconnect.
Well, reconnect for sure, but like never actually tell you that, yo, I continuously bring this up and you keep deflecting. Like this is the issue of why I'm being distant.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Sometimes like distance like helps, especially in friendships. I think you'll know if like it's a big deal if there's time apart and then y'all come back and it's still an issue. Typically, I find with my friends, if we get in a confrontation, I typically don't get in confrontations with my friends.
Yeah.
But if it's my friends, I'm probably not gonna lose sleep over it. I'm just gonna be like, all right, like
whatever.
If it's one of my boys, like it is what it is.
It'll handle itself out or whatever.
We'll be quiet for about a couple of days, and next time we link each other and it's like nothing happened.
Yeah.
Then that goes to show that it really wasn't that deep. But if it's something that y'all take time apart, come back, and it's still just as heated, some work needs to be done.
Yeah, that's fair. That's very fair. I agree with that. Really fair,
yeah. What else is on our docket?
Well, I wanted to hear more of your points on those because you weren't quiet this episode, but I wanted to hear more. You go a little deeper.
on deflection.
Yeah, on deflection, on like confrontation. Like, how are you feeling about arguments and relationships, and if someone is deflecting or they're even straight up denying, like how far do you go? You know what I mean?
To like resolve the problem?
Yeah, to resolve the problem.
I mean, I try my best to like really work with whoever I'm having an issue with.
Okay.
Do you take in consideration like the kind of person they are when you're going to confront them?
Definitely. I try and make like, I like using hypotheticals. A lot of people don't like that because they're like, yo, that's not a real thing. Like, why are you using that? Right.
Well, my response would be like, if I know you're not that kind of person and you give me a hypothetical saying that you would do this or this is what, like, I'm like, well, no, that wouldn't happen. I can't even.
It has to be within reason.
You
has to be within reason.
But that's what I'm saying too. It's like, but it's like, if I'm trying to give you a hypothetical for you to understand, but you're just denying it, because it's not a real life situation, like it's nothing that we've actually gone through. It's hard for me to like continue to want to like bring up a point because I'm like, well, if I'm trying to like get my point across the way I know how or the way I know how you're gonna understand it, and you're just gonna be like, yeah.
I can,
you know, like
I know exactly what you're saying.
No, I get you.
Like honestly,
it gets really tiring when even when you do take that extra step to approach that person, how you know they'll be responsive to whatever problem you're trying to address. You approach it because you know your person, so you approach them how they want it, and they're still doing that dip and dodgy bullshit. So annoying.
But it's also another thing about confrontation that I just thought of that really like grinds my gears is when like you're in an argument or there's an issue, and like you give all you have to that argument, right? Like I'm totally vulnerable with you, and then you give me like a 2-word response.
Oh, and they give you a bullshit response. Yeah, I don't like that.
Grinds my gears.
I don't like that.
Oh, you hear me?
Yeah.
Like, I would hope you hear me because I've just been talking for 20 minutes.
Like you have nothing else to say.
Yeah.
Like
how would a copy?
And right. And then in my mind, I'm like, so you don't actually really care because you didn't really take the time to listen to anything truthfully and passively and come listening. Exactly. And come with a response.
Yeah. Or you literally got triggered by something early on or you just don't have the time for it. And it's like, this is something that's important to me. So maybe give me a little something more. You know what I mean? I get that shit frustrates me.
You'd be surprised. Yeah, that shit happens much often.
It does happen.
Than it
happens quite a bit. Yeah.
So what's the most heated confrontation you've been in?
Me?
Yeah. Do you off the top of your head, do y'all know?
Heated confrontation.
Yeah, it brought out the worst in you. Or you was mad.
I know one.
Yeah.
I know one of that was mine.
Go ahead.
Someone borrowed my hoodie. And no, let me finish where I'm fucking going, you fucking assholes.
I'm like, yo, I need a big one. I said, this guy wore my shirt, dog.
I just started the goddamn, all right. Someone borrowed my hoodie and then they went and hung out with people that were smoking like cigarettes.
Yeah.
And the shit, it was gross. And they knew my stance on it at the time because I don't like the people that are like actually close to me be smoking cigarettes. Pisses me off. And they knew that. So they went and did it, came back, got my hoodie back, sniffing it and shit. And I was like, what the fuck is this smoking? And I asked them, I was like, yo, you go to a fire in my hoodie? Like, no. I was like, you sure you want to change that answer? Because it would have been a good alibi. So we got into a heated argument because I was like, listen, man, don't be fun. Don't be fucking boring my shit. It's my favorite hoodie. You gonna go and stand near motherfuckers that been smoking? Huh? How do I know that you're not fucking smoking? Because I was like, I chill with it. Because like Omar Burns, like, so I was like, Omar smokes all the goddamn time, and there's never no cigarette smell in my fucking hoodie and shit. I'm ripping out this shit, man. And then that one got pretty heated. And then after they're like, "Can you please not yell like that and shit?" Like
Yeah,
I'll
you
just
kinda
shut
out of
down.
pocket.
I was
Over a
pissed off.
hoodie.
It was a principal.
Okay.
It was the principal. They knew.
I think you know what? That's another. I can't really pinpoint the exact.
I got one.
Okay, go ahead.
I got a
Go
heated
ahead.
one. Wasn't like it was pretty heated. A couple years ago, dating this girl, right? And I got a phone call, and the contact photo, is not. If you're in a relationship, your girl doesn't want to be seeing another girl calling you and she in a bikini on your phone. She probably doesn't want to see that. And you know what? Like, I understand that.
Yeah, that's understandable.
But in my defense at the time, I was like, yo, this is an old photo. Like, this is from like 5 years ago. It's been on there.
Yeah.
I don't actively think, oh, yeah, I got to delete my contact photo.
Yeah.
Nah. And, we hadn't talked in a minute.
Yeah.
So she called, whatever. My girl seen that. Lost it. Stormed out my crib. Left. We run it back a couple days later. I'm like, okay. I understand where I went wrong. I understand that it upset you to see this. I understand that this shouldn't be on my phone still. I get that. I dropped the ball.
But
I fucked up. But why you got pictures of your ex on Facebook?
there he goes. So you wanted that. That's a deflect. You deflected it.
How is that? You trying to create a double standard.
All right.
Nah. I'm not rolling.
All
I'm
right.
not rolling.
No, no,
I'm
okay.
not rolling.
Bruh,
See.
but here's what happened.
Okay.
I seen the pictures on Facebook. And I said, hey, why then? Because she was cussing me out, talking about, you're so stupid. How would you not delete that? And
Wait,
actually cussing me out.
What year was this though?
2018.
Oh, she's still
Not 2017.
The Facebook was already like been dead.
It was dying still.
So, like,
but we were dating for a little while. We just added each other on Facebook.
Oh, okay.
And I seen it shit, and I didn't.
Were you mad?
No, that's the thing with me. I don't
let it go.
It's tough for me to like because I don't get pressed over like certain stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I can understand how somebody could get pressed over that.
Okay.
And so when I call her out, I'm like, hey, well, like, if I'm so stupid for not taking that off, why the fuck you still got that on Facebook? And she's like, no, I don't. And I'm just like,
that's what we doing.
That's
that's
what we doing right
that's
there.
where the confrontation goes from like,
Yeah, it was chill.
yellow zone
Cordial. Yeah.
to red zone.
Yeah.
Now you blatantly lying in my face. I've seen it. And you're gonna tell me it's not there?
Yep.
What, you deleted it? And yeah, she had deleted it, but I see.
But you already saw it.
Yeah, I was like, so like you can't come at me, but didn't even want to hear that argument.
Mm.
I'm just like, so now our fundamental issue is that when backed against a corner, you will lie.
Yeah, and then that becomes the
that's
problem.
that's
Exactly.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I like that tactic there.
Which tactic?
Where you like
Flip it on them.
You flip it
Flip it
back.
on
them. Yo, it's not a flip.
Not a flip.
You know why it's not a
Flipping.
flip?
Why?
Because I acknowledged where I went wrong.
He did
And I was
say
like,
that, though.
You have every right to be this man. But I didn't get that mad when I seen that. So you gotta, regret. You gotta calm down a little bit, and we can hash this out because it's not a big deal.
But y'all ain't the same.
But wait. What the fuck does that mean though?
Because like,
What do you mean?
I'm saying like,
So
what
we're
do
not
you
the same,
mean?
So you want to create double
Yeah,
standards?
what do you say?
can
What do
this,
you
but I
mean?
can't?
What do you mean?
I'm not saying create double standards, guys, but you can't uphold people to the values necessarily entirely. You
That you
can't
uphold
entirely
yourself?
hold.
No. See, but
the
I'm
vows that you
saying
have
no.
for
But this is a relationship status type shit. So it's like he saw it, sat on it, chilled with it, ate it, and then she saw one little thing, freaked out. So then he pulled up the thing that was the exact same, saying you can't really get mad.
At least in my mind, it was the exact.
Yeah,
it was the exact
you can't really get mad because you are also doing this.
Yeah.
So like, you know what I mean? That's double standard. We can't allow that in relationships. What are you saying?
I can have double standards, but you can't.
Okay, well let's see. This is now. Listen, I'm trying to defend. I'm defending you. I'm defending you. Okay, I'm defending you.
But that's not the norm for y'all.
That's not the move. Okay, let me handle this one.
Week after week, I am tired of you guys.
What? I tell you how it is for me, and it just so happens to be that sometimes it may be
So
little talks.
at the end of that story, like, did they did you guys
Resolve
continue
it?
dating, or did you guys?
I can get over it. It was just one of the things
that was the inciting
added to,
incident.
like,
Okay, that's
Inciting
the
incident.
end.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, you're lying.
Yeah.
Like you cannot lie, especially when I have proof. Like what you're just crazy at that point. Like,
Yeah.
it's right here.
Yeah.
So it's one of those like we
Proof is
made
in the
up,
pudding.
Yeah.
but like it was just when we got to the end, it was like, well, this has led me to come to this point. These haven't been resolved. We've had these fights. I gotta slide.
Yeah. Now, Glue, let's hear one of your stories. You got something built up over there now?
I don't. I'm trying to think, and I honestly can't think of anything right now.
You've never had like a crazy ass argument on some weird dumb shit or whatever?
Yeah, like people. Well,
even on some real shit.
Some stupid shit for sure.
Yeah.
Like having nicknames on my phone for people.
Oh.
I have a lot of different nicknames for a lot of different people on my phone.
Yeah.
Okay, what's y'all standpoints? Like if you're in a relationship and like you prior to you being in a relationship, you talk a certain way to your
friends,
your friends or whatever. Yeah. And shit, like it's my homegirl. That's my baby. You know why? See,
there it is right there.
If I'm saying, hey,
there it is right there.
I'm like, hey, sweetheart, relax. Like if I'm talking to her like that, hey, baby.
Yeah, I be calling. I be with that. Yeah.
Is that like and that's a friend?
Not be.
See,
you can't use be.
See, well, I mean, I switch
so that's
it.
not okay when you in a relationship.
I switch it up in a relationship.
I wouldn't say
though.
that it's not okay, but I just think that there's certain. I think people are very insecure on things like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I mean, I would use that, but over text, a lot of things aren't understood the same way you would say it in person.
That's
so like,
fair.
I feel like if you were with your girl and you're like, "Hey, sweetheart," like some shit like that, right?
Yeah.
And you said it in that type of tone, like that wouldn't really make her feel that insecure because you're not like saying it like, "Yo, sweetheart," like you know what I mean? Like with
but if you like to your homegirl, like, "Hey, baby, I'll give you a call in a sec." That's not. You know what?
See,
okay, so
so
on that note,
I
fucked up.
Yeah, I switch up. I switch up fully for relationships. Like if all my friends get switched up on. Like I'll talk a certain way with all of them. We'll joke around. Oh, you get married, all that shit. Jokes, all jokes. And then I get a shotty. Then it's all like, yo, we done with this. Because I think like I just think like I wouldn't want to see that shit on the other side. Like don't bring nobody around here. He calling you boo and shit. Who's boo?
I mean,
is there a ghost somewhere in the house?
Yeah,
who's
now you
boo?
put me in that spot.
Like you see what I'm saying? Who's boo?
We're like at the end of the
day, you see what I'm saying? Yeah, that's not.
At
the end of the day, vice versa, right?
Who's boo?
If I peep a side eye your phone right
exactly,
quick, and you calling a dude, hey, baby, can you give me what?
Who?
Okay. Now I can see how I would be. I could get really, really upset about that.
Yeah, man, like Casper the Friendly Ghost inside the house. Like, don't be calling no one boo around here. You feel me?
Shut up. Sometimes when you say shit, I'm just like, wait, what do you? Oh, okay. That's what you're going.
Analogies are wild.
Yeah,
you're ripping them out.
But okay, lesson learned.
Yeah, that's where I think it lies. So, but I understand everybody has their own. I don't know their own moral compass with relationships. So I guess that's safe to say. So if they're talking to their friends some sort of way, like I mean, I always bring it up. Like sometimes, like I told y'all, I sit on things for a little bit. So like I just have to figure out how I'm gonna address them sometimes. But I'll sit on things for a little bit. So if that's one of the things that are bothering me, I'll figure out a way to bring that up because I find that friends, especially for females, you bring up anything about their friends and they are automatically just ready to burn down the city. You know what I mean?
What do you mean?
Like they're like, how dare you talk about my friends like that? Like, no, they're just friends. Blah blah blah. It's like they don't see anything that has to do with their friends on your perspective at all.
Right.
It could be anything you say. They'll be like, no, it's not even like that. It's just like this. You know what I mean? So
yeah, you can't say like, oh, your friend looked really cute tonight.
Oh yeah, you can't even really go.
Bro, I don't even look your friends in the eye.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I don't want no trouble.
See, I hype them up like I hype them up like the homies though. So if I said I wouldn't say yo, your friend looked cute. I'd be like, yo, your friend was blessed in that fit today for sure. You feel me? My you came stunting,
that's a safer compliment.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Okay, so rephrase it a little bit.
Yeah, no one's gonna be like, oh, wait, they're gonna be like, oh, you think my friend's cute? No one's gonna be like, oh, you think my friend's blessed, huh? Like, I'll be like, you sound dumb. Like, you know what I'm saying? You sound stupid.
Fair enough.
Yeah, man. Well, on that,
I think we end it right there.
we're gonna end this podcast.
Okay, say less.
So to go over what we talked about, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
One was deflection.
Yeah.
Passive versus active listening.
Yeah.
Oh, also just to say, like, I think the reason, not to be a simp right now, but I think the reason why I'm so good at listening is because I got yelled at a lot as a kid. So that you just have to sit there and listen. You know what I mean?
That's not adding up.
That was like was that a weird flex? Like my guy was like, yeah, I'm good at listening, but then I also
he's like, I'm a bad boy.
Yeah,
like, nah, bro.
Yeah, you know why? You know why I'm such a good listener? I have a bad childhood.
I got in a lot of trouble growing up.
I was
scolded.
Yeah, my parents always had to yell at me.
I just figured out that you sit there and listen.
Yeah,
then you get to say your piece.
You like see? I disagree
who's
because
listening as a kid though. Like you're getting yelled at by your parent. Like you're getting yelled at. Y'all sitting there listening.
Yes,
yeah, because that's the only way you would get to me.
Yeah,
if you got like angry or you got physical, like it wouldn't. I'd be like, it's just pain.
Oh,
or if you sat down and talked to me and made me listen to what you had to say.
Yeah,
I'm disappointed in you.
Yeah. Oof.
That shit
hurted
as a kid. Heard it.
I was more of like I'll listen to you for like 10 seconds. Mm-hmm. So if you were yelling at me for like an hour, you just wasted like 59 and 50 minutes. So like, just, come to me for like 10 seconds. Hey, you got to clean your room or we're going to beat your ass. All right, cool. Room is clean. if you're we're sitting there explaining, I'm like, dude, I'll clean my room. Like, I don't know why we're doing this.
Yeah. I think I'm the kind of person who talks too much.
Yeah.
Who like if I'm
so you want like when you're listening, you want it back kind of thing. You
not necessarily. It's like when I'm talking.
Yeah.
Like I'm like almost overdoing it.
You think
you're running your mouth? You're running your mouth.
Because if I would have listened to me,
yeah,
I would tune out. Like,
so
just get to the point.
You're over talking just to make space.
Yeah,
you're making space for the filler.
I gotta break it down real simple so you get exactly what it is I'm trying to say. So there's no misconceptions when I'm like, I already told you this.
Yeah.
So when you do it again, we had an hour-long conversation about this. How you gonna do this again? Mm-hmm. But sure enough, should still be happening.
I feel like that softens a blow because people think I'm an asshole because I'll just say it. I'll be like, I didn't like when you did this shit, just so you know. And they'll be like, wow, you just had to fucking say that? You couldn't have come at me nice? I was like, dude, I don't know if you'd listen for me that long. So let's just handle it.
Okay, so passive versus active listening.
Yeah.
Deflection.
Okay.
What other methods do people do?
Aggression.
Defensive.
Yeah, defensive. They just get super defensive. That one's annoying too.
You could always tie in accountability.
Definitely accountability.
Accountability, yeah.
Oh, and another thing is, if I don't, and the non-confrontational people.
Oh,
right. That was another thing.
But I haven't experienced a lot of those.
That's the
me
thing.
Neither.
I don't like that. Not to make this podcast any longer, but I don't like non-confrontational people because I need you to have a backbone.
Yeah,
I
deal
need
with your
you
shit.
to speak your mind.
Yeah,
and when you speak your mind and we get in an argument, that is fine.
Yeah. Get it off your chest.
Get it off your chest.
I'm not going to run because you tell me how you feel.
Exactly.
I'm going to run because you not tell me how you feel.
100%. Like, that's literally how all relationships end.
Sometimes I'm non-confrontational.
Sometimes
I don't have time for it. I'll just be like, this is how you feel now, you can go. And then I'll just be like, all right, cool, whatever.
Could you imagine being super mad about some shit? And your girl is not trying to deal with the confrontation.
That shit I hate.
I can't talk to you right now.
Oh no. That's something I won't do.
You're yelling.
If you mad as fuck, you need to say some shit. We'll talk.
So if I'm mad, but I gotta collect my thoughts and come to you in a way that you will understand. Even though I'm mad and reacting in the moment.
Yeah.
I'm sorry that I get a little loud when you do some dumb shit.
You know what pisses me off?
I'm not going to yell, but I'm going to get a little loud.
Yeah, that's what pisses me off about that. Is that like when they say that, when I say, hey, we got to talk, I'm pissed off. They, I'm not right now. We can't do that right now. What, I got to fucking schedule a time? What is this, my work shift? Like, Jesus Christ, what are you doing?
How is your 9 to 5?
Exactly. Like, what the fuck do I look like? What are you doing right now? This is on my mind right now. We handle this right now. Like, I don't know.
We're making this podcast too long. Like, listen.
Oh, sorry. No, I'm just venting at this point.
I was going to say one thing before we have our closing speeches.
Yeah.
We told Quaidson to come out of pocket. This man is out of pocket this podcast.
You really did.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
We're going to have to bleep a couple things.
Yeah, we're going to have to bleep some things.
For sure.
You're welcome, guys.
But Quaidson,
yes,
please give us your outro.
Thank you for listening to the podcast. Did we thank everybody yet? We didn't thank everyone.
We haven't thanked anybody yet.
Are you going to do that or do you want me to do that right now?
Go ahead and thank them.
Hey, we'd like to thank everybody for listening. Thank you to our new listeners and our old offenders. We appreciate you. Repeat offenders. We'd like to thank Apple Podcasts and Spotify apps for allowing us to host on there. And we'd like to now thank YouTube for put our videos on the site.
And Instagram.
Yeah.
Lives.
Yeah, Instagram
Or not
Instagram's TV. So, you know,
IGTV.
go like us, go follow us, subscribe. So share it. Please share it. You know, we getting a lot of things. If you like it, please share it. And our Instagram is all about the questions. Right.
Yes.
And then are we going
So unsure.
I mean, the email one kind of
I have to say one thing.
Oh yeah.
You got an email?
We got an email.
Yes,
We got an
Let's
email.
go.
Shout out to Josh.
Yes,
Thank you, Josh, for sending us
Josh,
an
man.
email.
Thank you.
My man.
Was it long?
It was good. He had some dad jokes in too.
Oh wow.
I might have to use some of those. I'm not gonna lie.
Next episode.
Yeah.
We're gonna do some Josh stuff.
Yeah.
On that note, though,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna sign off, letting y'all know that confrontation is not a bad thing. It's how you handle it that determines whether or not it's bad.
Yeah.
You know, so you just fix up, you know, the way you handle confrontation, and you will have more prosperous relationships.
Yeah. And
So
yeah, this is Quay saying stay happy, stay healthy, stay out the streets.
and there's Demarcus saying, take care of yourself.
Please do never
do that
Do never seduce our
Never.
listeners in your life.
Yo,
You leave them alone.
What?
Leave them alone.
it was an intimate
It's
moment.
way too
We had a
intimate.
moment there.
I thought we were just watching. That was weird for me.
I'm gonna zoom so far in on your
Yeah,
face
zoom
when I
into
hear
that
video,
man,
bro.
Let him know.
Oh my god.
I glue.
And it's your boy Glue signing out. Just letting you guys know, if you have an issue, come to it right away. And confrontation is good for your soul.
Yes.
And have a backbone when you have a conversation with somebody. All right.
Come correct. Come
Come
sturdy.
correct.
Speak
say
with your,
everything
speak
you have
with
to
your
say.
chest.
Yeah, get it off your chest and say it with your chest. Peace.
Later.
Bye.